Next is from Brad Price. Subject is Roddy the Simp. K100. As always, you guys are right on point about everything you've been saying. My question today is about Roddy the Simp Strong. I feel like he's doing his best character work of all time. He never really has had a character beyond either being in a group or just being a wrestler. While he's obviously portrayed as a little, could lead to good heel work in the future. My question is, Jim Cornette says that Roddy Strong, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett are three of his favorite workers of all time and should be elevated. Do you think they have what it takes for that to happen? Also, do you think that Adam Cole could join up with the Kingdom or maybe Kyle O'Reilly return? Best show out, Brad Price, Bloomberg, Pennsylvania. So, I said the first time I saw these guys cut promos on that show, I'm like, why are these guys haven't been on this show cutting more promos? They all look good and they can talk, and they were kind of doing like, they all they were doing was when Roddy would come out at the beginning of this angle, they were coming out and standing with them, and I like most other fans we're going, oh, what's this? Like, who are those guys? Like, oh, that's the Kingdom, the Ring of Honor. I'm like, I don't watch Ring of Honor. Okay, so it's like you can't sit there like continue to bring what was it, like 30,000 people watch Ring of Honor a week, right? Joe, some low number like that. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't assume that out of 870,000 people that watch your show, 840,000 of them probably have no clue who Mike Bennett and Matt Taven are, or wonder why they're standing out there with Roderick Strong. So finally, after like a month of doing this, they finally let these guys talk and start doing vignettes. And these are one of the more entertaining acts on the show. So I absolutely think they should do some stuff with them. And Roderick Strong is doing great work in this angle, and that's probably Cole and MJF, helping him out because Cole and him are buddies, and that's the thing, bro. You get these guys, like you get guys from the WWE system, and they just know how to act on, like they're good actors, like their vignettes are professional, and like they do good work out there, So I definitely think that these guys, I I would make them the tag team champions, or I would give them some prominent wins. I would push these guys. What do you think, Conan?
Yeah, they've really surprised me because Roddy Strong, good friend. I'm glad that he's finally doing some good work here. And he's been in the business long enough. He's been through Impact. He's been through NXT. He's seen how other guys gotten over, and he's learned it. And he's doing it, the best character, work of his career. Matt Taven, I had seen in Ring of Honor. I thought he was bland and nothing special. And Mike Bennett, I had seen him in Impact. I used to do an Impact review on MLW, and I thought he was boring.
Hmm.
Definitely Wonder Bread. But they have done a good job here, and so I'd like to see a little bit more of them. In the ring, they're nothing better than what we already see,
Just
but their
you don't
character
yeah you don't
looks good.
you don't have to be great as long as you're good, as
Right,
long as you don't suck. You're
right,
decent for television these days, and
right.
that's one thing that people,
Yeah, they're definitely
like,
good.
right. And it's kind of weird because like people will sit there and criticize guys that are on TV, and like if they're not having 4-star matches, they shouldn't be on TV. And I'm like, no, they if you're doing good, if you're doing 4-star vignettes, you should be on TV every week. Like that, that's the one thing we don't do, and that's one thing wrestling needs to do. And you would get a definite different perspective on talent in professional wrestling, bro. All Dave does is rate the matches. You should rate the promos and the vignettes too, because you got a lot of guys that Dave, like for one perfect example, Dave was not very high on LA Knight, but like okay, let's say LA Knight's a 3-star worker. What are LA Knight's promos? They're like 4 and 5 stars. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So like you're gonna like you
Which is
shouldn't
more
push the guy for
important.
100% more important, and obviously, and all the evidence points to that. Roderick Strong is getting over not because he's a good worker. He's getting over because he's been doing a good job in this angle, being the little simpy little, which
Right.
is like, seriously, he didn't. The guy wrestled his first match last week. And he lost, or no, he won one and then he lost. He ended that tournament, right? But nobody cares what he did in that tournament. All we care about is how is this angle going to further, like what's going on with these events with him and Adam Cole? What are they going to turn on? That's what you're interested in, And he's doing excellent work in that. And all those guys are. MJF, Cole, and even Samoa Joe is cutting great promo. All the guys that MJF is working with, they're everybody. He's complimenting himself with a lot of good talent around him that is working. That these angles are working. So You got any more comment on this? Anybody? All right.